Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Talizmyn, and the video you're about to watch is from one of my recent art streams on Twitch. I stream on Twitch twice a week, Sunday and Wednesday, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific Time. I work on various projects, including some commissions, and I'm available to answer your questions. I'd love to see you there, so do drop by so we can hang out. And if you enjoy this video and want to see more of my work, remember that you can also like and subscribe. I've included social links in the description if you want to follow my work elsewhere too. Let's get started, shall we? Today I'll be aiming to finish up this pet portrait, which is a gift from a friend of his adorable cat named Harley. When this is done, I have another ongoing pet portrait from last December that I haven't really touched, but I finished this one. I can work a bit more on that one. It's of my old dog Bronson. I'll be sharing the real-time versions of these streams. Well, I usually share time lapses, so these streams will be going up on YouTube real time, just in case anyone's missed them or wants to see them later on. So if you're interested in that, the YouTube channel, and I can share the link, just let me know. Okay. So last time, I believe I added a bunch of... I think I just added a bunch of whiskers really quickly. It doesn't look like I blended them in any way at all. So that'll be my first thing today. I'd like to add a little more detail to the eyes, I think. Make them pop out a little more, like the textures in the background and the... see what else I can do to get the, Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was staring at her face. Bit of a little more form to the eyes, I think. They're missing a little light, at least the one on the right. Needs a little more defined light, I think. Ears need a little more too. I'm not 100% happy with them. And I want to add a little more detail. Define her eyebrows and, well, eyebrows. The area above her eyes. I'm happy with the side here. It's been a few days since I've looked at it. It's working pretty well. It's certainly not too hard to blend whiskers in. Blur the edges a little. Where it meets the fur. And no one will know. I may also lock the layer and darken some of the tips of it a bit to kind of indicate, like, maybe there's a shadow here. We'll see how it looks. Growing up, my sister and I had two ragdoll cats. Sophie and Susie. I don't know what brush I want. So many options. To put this layer somewhere. It's better. Is this doing what I want? I am not sure. Trying to get like the tips here to look a little more defined on Harley's pretty face. Might be going a little too far. Let's see. Put a little black in behind. I don't want to get rid of the wrong colors. Oh, my brush sizes are wrong. I think I was doing something else the other day. I don't remember what it was, but... This other side needs a little too. That's not the right brush. Catching myself leaning forward to see the screen. Like, that's what Zoom is for. Bad habits. Any way I can avoid putting in every tiny hair is a bonus. Sometimes you have to, but today is not one of those days. Sometimes I wish I could have a pet cat. My parents got 2 for my sister and I. They were siblings. So, we didn't separate them from each other. And we got the cats when, I was 12. And, we found out after that my mom and I were allergic to them. And not just a little bit. So, unfortunately, I can't really have any more cats. I mean, we didn't get rid of them. We would never do that. But I'd have to make sure, they couldn't get into my room, they didn't get into my stuff, because breathing is really great. Susie was I think it's called a seal point. She had brown paws, kind of like a Siamese look. Always found a way into my room. I'd get home from work or school at 9 p.m. Go upstairs and turn on the light, and the cat is in the middle of my bed, looking offended because, I woke her up. Then I'd have to do laundry because I can't sleep in that bed. One day I caught her testing the door to my room, standing up on her hind legs and pushing on it. So I realized she was getting in when I didn't close the door properly. She was sneakier than she seemed. They were good cats, though. I'm getting distracted, putting the fur in the wrong direction. Just autopilot. Actually, that needs to be a little lighter here. Is this saving? Is that what it's doing? Yeah. It better not be freezing. Which reminds me, I should save that manually. And, save a copy. Done enough work on this that, if I were to lose it, I might cry. But I've also used Photoshop enough to know that, sometimes Photoshop crashes and takes the files with it. I haven't had Clip Studio Paint do that. But, let's not test the fates, yeah? If I was a superstitious person, I might knock on wood right now. Since my last stream, I've done some research and tried to change some settings with my mic, so I'm hoping It works a little better. We get less background noise. Like the computer fans running and the keyboards clicking and the chairs squeaking, so that's the goal. My goal is also less editing when it comes to sharing the videos on YouTube, so I'm not cleaning up as much because it's done ahead of time, so that's my plan. How is that doing? Subtle. Better. Thinking about what I want to do next. I don't want to do the ears. I want to do the eyes first. But I think that's procrastinator me talking, so ears it is. The one that'll likely be the toughest. Not impossible. Probably not that difficult. Just me thinking it will be. Not every art project needs to be me trying to prove to myself that I know what I'm doing. Secret to my art process, 95% anxiety. I'm kidding, it's not that bad. I'm working on it. Too honest? Too honest. We'll tone that back. Experimenting a bit to see if I can get the right look here. putting this on top of the last work I've done years last time is probably not super helpful. Did I say something about renaming layers last time? Seems like something I should do. The tiny fluffy bits in here. And I did not blend this like at all. Is that part of this? I have no idea. We will find out. Maybe overdoing it on the detail a little bit. I know this is the part I find fun, just the tiny little things. Get rid of this extra floof. See if I can define this corner a little more, or edge rather. It's not a corner. Nothing about this as corner. It's an edge. That's a bit better. if I can blend this a tiny bit. Probably could have also done it on a new layer, but here we are. Might be going a little too far down here. Let's see. Oh, that's good. Too much shadow, not enough shadow. Feels like I went too far, but I also don't want to spend forever. Sometimes it's hard to know when it's enough. I think I'm just being extra scrutinizing it a little more, just because it's the first time I've done a pet portrait of a cat. It has to be perfect. If I wanted photorealism, I would take a photo. So it's probably okay. Thought I saw my screen flicker again. I'm like, what? This thing better be cooperating. Can't be trusted. Which way does this brush work? Add some inner ear fluff. And outer ear fluff, which I will erase in a moment. But as always, feel free to ask me any questions, either in chat while I'm streaming or in comments later. I'll be sure to answer those. I dropped my stylus on the floor the other day, which I do not recommend, and it was right before the last stream, actually, and I broke the dip. Luckily, I have more, but for whatever reason, this one feels loose. I feel it moving when it shouldn't be. I don't like it. So, I think I have one more left, but I'm going to have to order some more. Things can go wrong, they usually will. Do not need to get the hiccups right now. Let's blend these in a little bit better. Say, and then it looks like I'm not blending at all. But we will get there, I promise. Just a little bit darker than I like. Just the... Okay. Just putting the light over it to kind of layer. Or at least they're starting to look a bit like black whiskers, which is not quite what I'm going for. Let's change the music here. Something a little calmer. Give her a very majestic eyebrow. Maybe you'll have to tone that down a little. I've realized with pet portraits, what I need to do is work with, well, I like to do the ears, the eyes and the nose first, but what I need to do is do the ears before I do the face, in terms of bringing out the details there. I always seem to do it last. It's like, oh yeah, there's ears. Maybe I should give those more attention. And then I have to blend them in with everything else again. So I'm giving myself a little more work. I've figured out what I need to do. I just haven't put it in practice yet. I will do better. Oh, hello. Surprise. How are you, Jess? And National Mars Day? Thank you for the baby raid. How is everyone doing? Today I'm working on a pet portrait for a friend. His cat Harley. How is this? Can you hear me a little better now? Or is it a little more? Good to know. I'll have to check out your stuff sometime. As in right now. Oh, I see. Your cats are cute too. Oh, nice. I haven't done very much additional work for a while. I'm out of practice. Almost done this one here, but I'm gonna do a little more to the eyes. think I hit a button and muted myself, so I'm going to need a notice for that. Sorry. Got too many wires in the way. Let me just fix this so it doesn't happen anymore. There we go. Yeah, heterochromia is pretty cool. It's common in cats, it seems, but I don't know if this one has it. Thank you, Jess. Yeah, I might have made the right eye a little dark. I'm trying to go for some shading so it's a little bit darker on the right side, but I need to kind of lighten it up a bit and add a little more form there. I think they still feel a little flat to me. Yeah, but this cat definitely has like, it looks like a little bit of orange in the right eye. I don't know if that's considered, you know, heterochromia or just more of a lighting thing. Cats. I'm doing this on the wrong layer. It's good. Yeah, I need to be better at labeling my layers. I always say that. And I followed you, so I definitely want to check out one of your streams sometime. I always admire people who can do like, traditional stuff and just... I'm used to having the undo, redo, new layer. Fail safes. Usually do paint dogs when it comes to pet portraits. Cats. They're not that different, but it feels different. Different things to look out for. The eyes are definitely more complex. the right amount of shading in here. I feel like I'm almost done and I have to try and not rush. Sometimes it's hard to take my time on the last parts, knowing that, like, only a little bit of work left. Thanks. I like to add the different brushes to kind of fake a texture in there. Like, 'cause it's not faking it, it has texture, but I like to make the eyes and nose as detailed as I can. Just because people know their pets, and that's where they're going to look first. So if I get that right, I can kind of get away with not getting everything else quite perfect sometimes. You know, put less detail in, like, the body, for example. Oh, my bot is... Let me just fix this. It's being a little spammy, and I don't want it to do that. Timers. Thank you. Yeah. And half of it feels like it's just figuring out what it needs to make it look right. There we go. The bot should post less now. I don't need it spamming the chat. I think I'll add a little more light in the top. Top left. Hitting all the wrong buttons. This one. I don't want to go too far on these. My real name is Janessa, like Vanessa, but with a J. I've used Talizmyn for a while. I don't know if you ever played a game or heard of it, but it's called Puzzle Pirates. And I started playing it and I needed a piratey name. So I chose something that sounded like, you know, talisman, like a trinket or treasure. And it just kind of stuck after that. And now I use it everywhere. Thank you. I don't play Puzzle Pirates anymore, but I was obsessed with it for a long time. not a whole lot of shading on this eye in the reference, but I feel like it needs it. It feels a little flat to me. Let's see. Get the show the reference here. She's so pretty. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of shading in here, but I do need to give it something. Yeah, one eye is really detailed. Yeah, she's so cute. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I also widened the irises a bit because this cat is very intense in this photo. Just kind of toned it back a little bit to make her look a little more interested instead of hyper-focused. There's a lot of weird shapes in there, and I want to imitate it, but I don't want to overdo it. Yeah, I have had cats before too, and their eyes were never this dramatic. Do you have or have had cats or pets? I think most of my dogs have had very dark eyes, and most of the dogs I've painted have had dark eyes, so I can add texture and stuff in there, but it's also really, really dark. Aw. Yeah, I'll check out that last live stream after this. Just want to take a look and see. Those are really cute emotes too, by the way. I love those little green eyes. When I was younger, we had 2 cats, both ragdoll. One was, I'm pretty sure it's called a seal point. They look kind of like a Siamese. And I think the other one's like a blue point, so it was like white and gray. They weren't show quality or anything, but they were sweeties. Yeah, I like the green eyes. It's very, I don't know, I guess green is one of my favorite colors, but these always look intense, especially on dark colored cats. I'm just staring at this eye, trying to figure out what to add to it. I feel like it needs something still, so. Yeah, that's true. Oh, this bot is still. Just a moment. Just changing these timers so they spam less. There we go. The bot is new, so I'm just working out the kinks. Some things that seem good in theory, less so in practice. Yeah, green eyes are definitely not very common. I think there's only a couple people on my mom's side that have it. And it's not really fully green either, it's just like greenish. Usually see blue or brown. Mine have brown on the outsides and green in the middle. Usually I get asked if I'm wearing contacts while I'm wearing glasses. I like to adjust my glasses when I answer that question. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's funny how just the atmosphere can kind of change how these things look too. On good days when the lighting is right. I'm just experimenting with this eye to kind of see if I can get some of these textures in here. Kind of by accident. Is last year for Father's Day, I wanted to give something to my dad, and I didn't really gift art much before that, and so I decided to paint our dog Boots, and it took me months. I mean, not working on it all the time, but it took me a while, and I did that for him as like a phone background, and I got a pretty good reaction from people about how that looked. So like, okay, I'll do another one. I'm looking for it right now as I'm talking. So that kind of started with one, and okay, I'll do another gift, and it just kind of kept going. And then I started taking commissions, and yeah. Let me share my other screen. But this is the first one. The dog Boots. It was like really rough. kind of gave it a shot. I've wanted to do realistic work before this, but yeah, she's a cutie. And after that, I did my mom's dog, Toby. He's a Havanese. He's wearing a silly bow in the reference photo, so I included that. And then, sharing those two, and then I got, asked if I'd do this commission, so I actually started getting commissions for that after like 2 of them. So, thanks. Yeah, there's less detail in the eyes in some of these because I was still kind of figuring it out, but I knew noses need a lot of detail. And kind of like escalated from there. It's just me deciding I'll try one as a gift, and I think this is my favorite one. This one's a commission too. This one was a lot of work. It was getting all those little short fur swirls in there. Thank you. Yeah. And I did 2, I believe they're Pomeranians. Yes. Oh good, I put that in the description. Yeah, and my last one is Corgi, which I love doing because I want a Corgi. So I probably spent far too much doing this one just to like stare at it longer. Yeah, I use Clip Studio Paint. This one, yeah, this one's Clip Studio Paint too. Yeah, I love it. I used to use Photoshop for everything, and then I got a tablet and used like Adobe Fresco. Let me get there we go. But once like Clip Studio Paint went on sale and I tested out the trial, like I can't go back to anything else. This is amazing. Yeah, I love all the features and just being able to fix up everything. Oh yeah, Photoshop is not cheap. I use it for work, so I have access to some of those things. I still use it for like photo editing and more design type things, or sometimes color correction, but I definitely like Clip Studio more than anything. Yeah. Clip Studio Paint is much cheaper, much more realistic, manageable. I'd recommend it to anyone, really. And I like that a lot of the Clip Studio Paint stuff comes with, I don't use all the features, but you can make comics, you can do stuff in 3D. Options there for later. Oh no. Put it down somewhere. I haven't done that one yet. Well, at least you found it and it wasn't, you know, on the floor or something. When I lose mine, I'm always really worried and like stand up carefully because I don't want to. If it's on the floor, I don't want to roll over it. Well, I'm glad it's not lost. This is closer to what the reference looks like, but I'm not sure if I like how it looks drawn in there. There's a trick to this, and I'm not sure what that trick is yet. Yeah. I can probably get away with not putting it in there. So I don't want it to be distracting. And it's not in the other photo as much, so. Yeah, I can add more other texture in there, I think. Good idea. Is it this one? We'll see. I have a few different spray brushes that kind of mimic spots, and I find they work really well for noses, things like that. Thanks. Look at these two together and try and get them to match a bit more. I think I like that one. I think that looks better to me. Okay. That one's whiskers, okay. Sometimes it's hard to tell when it's done. Just because it's like, I could do more. I don't know if that more would help. I think right here. Just bugging me a tiny bit, so clean it up. May call this one done. One of my bad habits is just wanting to like continue to put more onto work and just not actually finalize it. So I'd call this one done. It's probably the best portrait I've done so far. Somehow. From this point, I'd probably put it into Photoshop on my PC. Do a little color adjustment on my PC, only because it's actually color corrected a little more than my tablet is. And also export the time lapse, which I'm not going to do now because that's going to take a little while. So I have, do I have it open? I do. Another one that I started in December, which I kind of forgot about until now, of my dog Bronson with his favorite toy. I miss this little guy. So I'm going to try and improve this, knowing what I know now, and having the brushes. See if I can find my reference though. My computer. I like to have it open on a monitor. There it is. I meant to do this one ages ago, but other work came up. I used to use OBS not for streaming, but just for recording time lapses. So I'd record the video, take it into Premiere Pro, and then sorry, there was a door. Take it into Premiere Pro and, you know, speed it up. But I found that was a lot of work. But luckily, Clip Studio Paint has it'll file, time lapse, and record. And Sorry, just one moment. I need to close the door. Unexpected company. And I think everything can work as a time lapse. I mean, even traditional art, you may have to go through the video and like I'll cut out some spots where, you know, if I go AFK and nothing's happening for a few seconds, I'll cut those out. You know, I have a friend who does belting, and sometimes they'll do time lapses of their streams. You just, you know, see these cute little creatures coming to life. I think it works. Like, people really like to look, you know, at these things. It doesn't hurt to try. I started on YouTube doing time lapses, and then kind of, I mean, streaming is still new to me. I think I'm getting the hang of it, but yeah, and the more you try, you'll get better. You'll figure out, you know, what you like, what you don't, what works for you. For a long time I was doing, well, a couple months, I was doing, like I said, the recordings in OBS Studio, and that was working pretty well. Yeah. I've heard, like, people either start in one or the other and kind of, like, crossover. It's funny. Yeah, I like having the option of, like, recording my streams, sharing those on YouTube, recording time lapses in Clip Studio Paint, so I can share those anywhere, really. I do like putting them on YouTube still. I haven't tried putting them on like Facebook or Instagram yet, but I'm thinking of doing like previews there to try and get people to check out, you know, maybe my YouTube channel or something. We'll see. It is hard to get noticed in this internet world as an artist. I'm going to start painting over top of this because I don't quite remember what I was doing. I mean, I got the eyes and nose done. Clearly that was my goal. Maybe I can blend these a little bit. Now that I'm thinking of it, the issue I had with doing time lapses of digital art with the screen recorded is that, you know, I zoom in, zoom out, turn the canvas, and the faster you go with that, the more jumpy it starts to look on the screen. And I had some people tell me, like, they liked the artwork, they liked what they were looking at, but it made them feel a little ill because it was just too fast. So you have to keep in mind that, you know, maybe slow down. I don't know how much you know about editing, but I'm still pretty new to it. You know, so I have to kind of like keep in mind, you know, what parts look too jumpy. Maybe I cut them out, you know, or slow them down. What I do like with the Clip Studio Paint's time lapse is that it just copies the brush strokes, not the screen movements. So I can just put the image in. It's not doing any jumping. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I went on Skillshare and took a course on Premiere Pro in December. Clip Studio Paint has the time-lapse feature. This one here. Yes, that's Clip Studio Paint. So it's just, you go to the time-lapse and record it. You can also check a box, I think, when you're creating a piece of art and tell it to always make a time-lapse. And I believe you can do it in like 30, let me just take a look. It's not working. Okay. I lost my train of thought. It happens. Yeah, I think it's 30 seconds, a minute, or full, something like that for Clip Studio Paint. So you can kind of choose how quick you want it without needing to use even a photo editing or video editing program for that. I do, just because I like to add a little more to it, and I've kind of done a bit of research about YouTube stuff. So much information. Yeah, definitely try it. Recommend it. See how it works for you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just started the beginning of this month, so I feel very, very new to all of this. It's fun though. I'm liking it. I can kind of, stream while I work, so it feels like I'm being extra productive. But yeah, I'll definitely let you know if I have some questions. Which is very different from everything else, it feels like. I have a lot to learn. Thank you. Glad I got to meet you too. Want to check out more of your art when I'm done here and hopefully catch some streams too. I'm just kind of just starting to follow more people and see what everyone else is doing, and there's much to learn. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't think too much about, it feels like, oh, I'm not really growing, I'm not changing, and then, I just kind of looked through my past year of pet portraits with you, and I'm like, oh, there's some improvements there. They're all definitely growing and getting better, and it's fun to do that, and have a community where everyone's supporting each other, and it's nice. There's the reference I'm using for my old dog. It's just, his fur was all chopped short, so he looks kind of like a mess. This is realistic for this poor boy. He had a perpetual bedhead, though. Can't be helped. this one? It's that one. See if I can blend some of this a little more. I think this one's definitely one of the earlier stages. No, no one cared. True. Yeah, this is a reference of Bronson. Just fur is in all possible directions. So I'm probably not gonna paint it this way. I'm gonna kind of like fudge it. And Havanese and long fur, so. I was being kind. His fur is so messy. Well, I'm pretty sure we brushed him after this, but it wouldn't make a difference because he'd run to like the carpet and just kind of do that thing that dogs do where they're on their back, kicking, rolling. He would just mess up his fur completely. So we had to cut it short just so that it wouldn't be a mess. Yeah, he really was, sweetie. He got into so much trouble, he broke our back door, the sliding door, twice by jumping off of his kennel and hitting the window. He was a very expensive dog. Yeah, it was a sweetheart though. Just Havanese are very spunky, full of energy. I like this photo of him even though it's like not a professional photo by any means, but it's just the look on his face after he's been playing, and I told him he was good. Cats do seem to be a little less destructive. Ours were too. They got into things, but they didn't like wreck $1,000 sliding gas doors twice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely want to get one of my own dogs again. I miss having one. Either like Havanese or Corgi or something. They're fun. I wish I could have cats again, but turns out I'm far too allergic. So I get to take some allergy medicine, go visit other people's cats, appreciate them. Not have to worry later. But I think cats know that I'm allergic, so they tend to want to sit on my lap. Mm. I've had both. I think I prefer dogs myself, but I can appreciate both. I used to not like small dogs. Growing up, we had like a golden retriever black lab mix. So, bigger dog. And it wasn't until later that we got a smaller one. And I think I like them a little more. They live a little longer. Sometimes they have more energy. Take up less space when they steal the couch. look at my reference now and I didn't even try to get the colors back here, right? Oh well. That's okay. This one's just for me, so I don't have to worry so much. The autosave is a little annoying, but I have a poor track record for remembering to save, so I'll take the slight annoyance for not losing my work should something happen. Knock on wood. And I'm just noticing the time. Alright, that's it for me today. If you'd like to see more of my work, I'm Talizmyn on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Ko-fi. All of the links are below the video. Thanks for joining me while I worked on some art today, and I hope you all have a great day.